a key leader in Thailand academic and digital landscape. Assistant Professor Dr. Denpong Sudphakdee. Please allow me to introduce Dr. Denpong. Dr. Denpong serves as the Vice President for Digital and Academic Affairs at Khon University, one of the Thailand's most respected and forward-thinking institutions. With a strong background in mechanical engineering, he combined the technical and the engineering to his strategic role. He is driving force behind the Khon University ambitious digital transformation. For years, he has championed the integration of technology into every facet of the university operations, with the goal of creating a true digital university. His leadership has been pivotal in implementing cutting-edge solutions, from adopting cloud technology to establish a robust data storage system and digital document exchange platform. Recently, Dr. Denpong has been at the forefront of promoting the adoption and ethical use of artificial intelligence within the university. He also instrumental in creating resources like KKU Khon University Intel Sphere to guide faculty members, staff and students on leveraging generative AI for teaching, research, and administrative tasks. Today, Dr. Denpong will share his invaluable experience and insights on the topic of AI for work. So, please join me to give a warm welcome to Dr. Denpong.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, and thank you for introduction. And first of all, I would like to thank all the organizing committee to inviting me to join this very important event. Actually, I has been joined a few times in the past, but this is a great honor for me all the time, every time students coming to join this conference. And today it's been I've been talk with Dr. Anuchai about how generative AI has been involving in education sector. And I had, as a vice president of a university, I also have to look into not only for the teaching and learning alone. I have to optimize some other things, including costs, including all the ethical things with all the human resources or other operation of the university. So today I will cover some kind of work that has been done as the top administrative as a vice president of a university. So since the generative AI has been evolved and it's been widely spread using with the happening 2 years ago, maybe early 2023, that we have learned that ChatGPT came out and everyone is talking about it and has been talking, and many players coming into the arena at the moment. It's been, as a big race, in the racing of the performance of the LLM. So, as the education, I will start with the knowledge that we create, that we doing some work with the research, and then we write the article, paper, and came out. In the part, we deliver to the audience by using the printing, the printing press on paper and publication that you already knows. And the means has changed from the paper to the internet, which came out the internet many years ago. With the internet changed everything, and then we come to the e-learning in education part. E-learning is kind of change the medium from the paper into the internet message, into the internet packet, but we still have the same human as a medium who can create the knowledge and also transfer the knowledge through those medium from paper to the internet. For now, things change again, but not only for the technology to deliver things. Generative AI changed the way we work. The human have to work with the AI, with the technology, and it can create something that we also create something as a human. We create something. AI creates something. As a coexist of those AI, artificial intelligence and human intelligence, things change a lot in the university at the moment. We already know that. All speakers has been talking since in the morning and until now. We know about that. But why that matter to our university? I split it in two parts. In the past, we know AI as the analytical AI. When we tell AI to do some things, in the same procedure with some kind of structure things that to make our decision more efficient, to reduce all the tedious work that the human need to do, or make a robot do the work for us. That's what in the past we call the analytical thinking, analytical AI. But now generative AI can create something for us. I already know that. Big name came out. Big name. Many players come into here. The big name of this, you already see, there is no public sector at all that we know. All the big name is coming from private sector, from the big tech, when they have big money to do the large model and train the large language model. Of course, those knowledge may be coming or starting from our university publication paper or coming from our university researches, and then they make it to be a mainstream and deliver to the user, to the customer. That's the big name. Before I going a little bit further, we may learn a little bit on how we code AI in different ways. We know ChatGPT, we know GPT, we know OpenAI. What the difference actually? The ChatGPT actually we call app. We call it's the app name. GPT is the model name, and OpenAI is the provider or the developer. And it's happened in every name of the products in the market at the moment. Gemini sometimes have the same name, both the app and the model. Like Gemini is from Google. They have Gemini 2.15 Pro at the moment, the latest version, or Gemini 2.5 flat or 1.5 flat. This is a lighter version of the Gemini that they coming from the Google DeepMind developer as a developer. We have three names on that. So I start with that: app, model, and developer. They are in the rest. With this model, a few days ago, I come into this website, LM Arena. They do different things. They do things differently. Like at the overall ranking, we can see the Gemini in the top, O3 also in the top at number one. But the other area, like O3, cannot do the creative writing very well, comparing to the Gemini, or comparing to GPT 4.5 is coming from OpenAI itself. When we have to select something like this, how can we know which one is suitable for a specific job? That's the challenge as well for the future. Not only for students, academics as well. Which one we should use? And different professionals, they have to use different things. We have to have our staff or our academic staff to understand and select properly and guide our students to know the differences between them and be able to learn and the different things from the different capacity of each LLM. And this new thing may come out, like recently Grok 4 from XAI of Elon Musk just released, and he said that what he claimed. He claimed that Grok 4 is kind of, it equal or equivalent to PhD candidate in all fields just for LLM model, a single model. And this month, or maybe in a few weeks' time, GPT-5 will be released. And it's gonna be overtake Grok 4. So what's gonna happen? It's become more and more intelligent, what we call. We can call it intelligent. Actually, it's not kind of intelligent. It can more precise prediction of the word that came out or the content that's created. It's coming from the LLM model. The other one, the generative AI now, we say, is not more than just a tool. It's a new paradigm of thought. Why is that? Because it's the way we work is changed. The way the future professional, the future career has been changed and will change more and more. Some tasks will be lost, not some job. Some tasks will be replaced by generative AI, but maybe some job will be replaced by generative AI. A new job will be created. And some more secure job still being there, like people who do the physical work still, truck driver or human dishwasher, if you not use a physical washing machine. So that kind of generative AI that can replace the one that use the knowledge work, it will be able to replace in the future. When it comes to the university part, why this matter for a university? I split into 3 parts of my talk. First is teaching and learning. We still need our student success. Because as a university, is our mission is to ensure that students, when they come into the class, they come into the program in the university, when they leave, they need to be a success person. They can stay in the industry, they can stay in the career successfully and live a very good life happily. The second part is the research and innovation. Every university has a mission to do a research, to be able to at the competitive edge of as a university. Every university have to do that. At the same time, we have to optimize the resource on the university operation to ensure that the operational excellence of a university as an institution, as a big institution. I start with the teaching and learning. We have to get students as a future-proofing graduate. We know that, we have to do that. And how can we do that? There's a survey, there's a study from the Microsoft that's saying that the impact of generative AI on critical thinking is a self-report like deduction of cognitive effort of students. They less cognitive effort or confident effort, less confident when they're doing something with the generative AI. The impact also change on the critical thinking. This is very important. I like this likewise a lot, and we use it to train our teacher now at university, our faculties. With Bloom taxonomy on cognitive activity, starting from the lowest one, which is the knowledge and comprehension. With our AI, we teach our students to gathering information from different places, to compose things, to understand things from the information that is coming from various sources. Maybe it's coming from our teacher, coming from a different source of the information, of the knowledge, or maybe it comes from research. But with the generative AI, we have to add the information verification, because generative AI is flooding everywhere now. Maybe when it's flooding, it's come with misinformation quite a lot as well. And with maybe hallucination by itself, or maybe coming from intentionally by the person and release the misinformation out. We have to teach students how to verify that in different area. As a doctor, how can you verify the outcome that's coming from the information on the internet, or maybe from different places, or even from the LLM itself? How can verify that? I also teach as a mechanical engineer. I have a question from my student. I put on screen and ask everyone to use generative AI on their hands, on their phone, to solve. Let's see if they can solve the problem on screen with the calculation, differential equation, for example, with kind of complex engineering question. And I ask my students as a groups, two different groups, use different model of the LLM. And then they get the result, they get the answer coming from different LLM with different answer. And most of the answer are wrong. That's the issue. Because it's a prediction, it's not a calculation. LLM predicts, it's not calculate. So I change the way in the class to ask my engineering student in the class, please redo, not ask for the answer, but ask generative AI to write a computer program to solve the question. Not to ask for the answer itself, but to write a computer program to solve that calculation in mechanical engineering. And then they got the answer. They got the computer program in maybe JavaScript or C++, whatsoever that they use. And then they use that program run on their computer, and they got the right answer. And we can use different way of generative AI. And that may be that my engineering way of using generative AI, not to find the answer, but to find the way to get the answer properly. That how to verify, to set, that I come to the application part. Instead of problem solving, to have AI integration in that properly with the different model. So the impact on generative AI on critical thinking in the class had to be changed, and it should be, she still need a lot of research. Many researchers in this room, maybe we need to be more specific on different disciplines and to understand the way we should use the generative AI in any specific field. I come to the second part, the research and innovation. We still need at a competitive edge. We know that generative AI can enhance research and reputation of a university. So it accelerates the research process from literature review to the data analysis. It's quicker. We can develop probably master program proposal in only a few months, comparing to the past. With the past, which may take probably almost half a year in Thailand. Maybe, I don't know, different in the other country. Now it's come to only a few months, maybe 1 or 2 months. They can finish their thesis proposal. They can amplify the impact by having their research proposal to get a grant, to get a research grant domestically or internationally, by the help or the assist of generative AI, to have it more impact from that specific research. At the same time, we have to teach our students to know the risk, to understand the research from the research, right? Research integrities, or maybe you may get a low quality information from the LLM itself. So generative, you may see in some place the totally AI generated paper, that lack of verification. This has been happening quite a while already. At the same time, we have opportunity on that. We have opportunity to help them to understand the ethical or integrity of the publication. We may increase our research quality or research efficiency at the same time. With that, we know something at the LLM era, LLM arena now. They already have the so-called deep research. In almost every LLM, Gemini, ChatGPT, and Perplexity, they have deep research in it. It may be take only half an hour or maybe less to get a full publication or full article on specific topic that we ask. If we prompt it properly, we may get a very good research on that with many resources coming from. The strength of this is time saving. It's efficiency because it's searching everywhere, different resources, and comprehensive reports came out, maybe very understandable and very sound good reasoning from the paper. But you should use it only for the starting point, not for the solution. Use it for starting point to extend your real research after that the research part. Because of limitation of the deep research, AI deep research is it's not a real research. It's not an actual research. It just simply gathering information from different places and compose new things and create new things come out and maybe not referring properly as well. You need to verify, but it's good for starting point. It's good to know all the landscape of specific area of the research. It's also potential in error with the limited context and maybe limitation on the data access because the AI model has been trained from the data that already available publicly on the internet, mainly on that. They may have some purchase article or book and then use it for training the program, training the LLM, but may not be able to access all the research publication. So those publication or research publication may not yet be integrated or trained into the LLM, so that lack of data access. But the deep research can help with data searching on the over internet from different places and make a comprehensive report on that. So a good starting point. This is the example. I got it some kind of photo advertisements of the research grant on, from NIDA as a university in Bangkok. They just published this advertisement on the web. So I think we should do something on that with them, with some kind of collaboration. I asked generative AI by putting all the image on that and please find potential area that Khon University, my university, can collaborate with NIDA, with the other university, on this specific project of which area we should collaborate with, which area that we are expert on. And it's come out very nicely. We can verify those information with our own expertise, but we can ensure that we can look into every area of our expertise in our university, which is match the advertisement or the specific announcements. So it came out very nice, and it's also create the proposal project for them to start with. So as a collaboration between KKU, my university, and NIDA, can we start very nicely from the expert from different faculties in my university. And it's also create document, create presentation, create podcast from that specific article very quickly. That's very easy at the moment, if we can use it. But we cannot use that as a publication paper. We have to do extension, we have to do a real research on that later on, but it's a very good starting point. For the university operation, which is the large section I would like to address, which is the operational excellence. We try to do that, optimize all the costs. When generative AI came out 2 years ago, my university council said, we have to do something with this. With the university strategic foresight, we see something gonna happen very quickly. So we start training generative AI at that time, 2 years ago, very early 2023. We start training our leader, all the executive leader, the first group of person we train. And then we train the faculty staff, faculty member, and we train our student to understand and to foresee what's going to happen in the near future. And we had been training quite a lot at that time. The question came out, which version are you using? Which LLM are you using? Do you pay for it? Or if university encourage us to use the generative AI in the class or in the work, who's going to pay for it? Or use the free version? So that come to the administrator like me, as the vice president looking after the digital part. So we have to think about that, and we talk about that quite a lot at the beginning. When in industry, we still have not, quite clear way of purchasing, quite clear way of doing this kind of thing in a university or in education part. We have to do trial and error different things quite a lot in the past 2 years. Because of before AI and after AI is changed. We know it changed. It changed our faculty, it changed our operation, it changed our finance, it changed our HR, changed a lot. Before, so we come out before AI, which is at the as is of our university operation. So we try to foresee what is to be, so understand, and then we can go from there. That's what we has been done. This is an example, generative AI and curriculum development at the same time. I used it, and we send this message to our faculty, to our program, that generative AI to explore option, not to provide the solution. Don't use the generative AI to entirely generated curriculum and teach it by that curriculum, but use it to find the option, with the option that has, maybe do benchmarking from different country, from different culture, and came out different option, and sit down together and learn, and which one is suitable for your expertise, for your resources in the program. So we ask our program to explore more options instead of getting some kind of from stakeholder itself. Please also use generative AI to get a wider area to understand the discipline more and more, but not to use it as a solution. That's what we try to send a message to our program. And then we came out with some kind of activity. We built the way as we use. Challenges and concerns come out to teaching and learning. I divide into 3 parts at the administrative. Student evaluation. We have to balance between learning outcomes with the evaluation of learning process. Learning outcome alone may not be enough to evaluate our student, because it may be coming from generative AI quite a lot. If only for the output or the outcome that's coming from the class or the solution of the problem that we give to our student, but we have to evaluate the learning process as well. Maybe that the new challenge is coming out. Another thing with the AI device, the free and paid tier AI generate different results. generate different quality, different efficiency of the result. That could result in unequal assessment of our students. And also, if we use this to evaluate the performance of our employee, university employee, may be biased, may be unequal. It may be not fair for them to, they use a different version of the generative AI, the free and the paid AI. As a university, cost and privacy, we have to, that they are another concern. Free subscription and token-based AI has different factors, different capability that we have to learn from, because the cost of the program and also with the leaking of the data that's going out, and also the quality of the result that's coming from the generative AI, three part of it. As a KU that you can see, I just asked generative AI to give the differences between free tiers and paid tier. Paid tier maybe you call plus, pro, or premium whatsoever. You pay something on that, but it has different capability, different performance as well. As a university, in some part, free tier is enough. But in some area, no, you cannot use free tier. Because free tier will be used the information you as an input or the result or prompt to be used as a data to train the future model. You may leak some important information out before the publication of the paper or whatsoever. The free tier have some limitation on that, but when we come to the paid tier, the penalty of that is cost. It's a lot of money we have to pay. If we subscribe, for example, I called OpenAI. I have 40,000 students and approximately 12,000 staff, because we have a big hospital. So half of the staff is in the hospital. Totally, approximately 50,000 users. They charged me 700 baht a month a user. That totally 420 million baht. It's about 10 million US dollar more, 12 million US dollar a year. We don't have that money in our university. We don't have that money. And so we try to find a solution. Finally, we came out only the solution that we have. We built the so-called KKU Intel Sphere with a token-based pay-per-use, with some kind of limitation on that. Like for example, every student can get the paid tier version of LLM, and they can use a certain amount of token, we call that, of the token per day. So we announce to our students, and they can use whatever they use. With KKU Intel Sphere, we have 10 models that students can select and pick, all the pro version, not the pre-tier anymore. So they get that. But we have 3 million token limitation per day for a single student. But with that kind of limitation, we have enough token for them to encourage them to learn how to use generative AI and to learn in the class. We have enough token for our academic staff. We should have a higher quota of token than the student to teach in the class. And they have not enough to do some unuseful things. So with that amount, we have some kind of limitation, but it's a high quality one that we have. It's kind of chatbot actually, but they can pick 10, one of the 10, and then they can talk with with generative AI. And this, we try to reduce the AI divide of our students. They can use the same tools. We ask our teacher, our faculty member, if you use the class assignment for a student, please ask them to use the same tools like KKU IntelSphere in order to have an equal access to the AI, to the generative AI model. Because it's already the top tier of the Pro version, the new, new model came out. Probably in only a few hours, this KQ IntelSphere already implemented on the system, so they can use they can use the most important one at the time. That's statistic. Now we have about today is approaching to 20,000 students, user on board, and students use a lot. I cannot. I actually have the interactive dashboard. I will show you on that after all. This you can see how is when we launch this system on probably on the Valentine Day, this February. At that time, it's a semester break in Thailand, in my university. And our semester start early June or mid-June. And then you can see this June is here, and it's increased quite rapidly. That the number of token, the price, the cost also increased quite a lot as well. I'm monitoring the money that we have to spend. Now we have to spend around 7,000 baht a day. 7,000 baht a day. So it's okay. It's okay. So we can manage that. If this kind of activity is happening in our university. It's not only for the class. It's also happening in every area of university. This is just another example. It uses AI scheduler. Actually, she's my secretary. She's worked with me, and she learned quite a lot from by using the KU IntelSphere. She created a custom AI for her work. She called AI scheduler by using generative AI and prompting to use it. This is her workflow. She got a document from probably maybe from the other places for invitation, for example, invitation to do that's come to me. That when I said to her that I gonna join this invitation, she just simply put that document to the AI, to the well-customized specific task AI chatbot that we have that she do it by herself on KU IntelSphere. Put that paper in, and it immediately create the what is it called, the calendar invitation link for me with other information, with important information, with the address from the original document. And she just simply put it into the calendar event immediately. So recently I can see my calendar invitation coming out with a very informative information, a lot better than the past, if I can say. It comes with the different information. It tells me what to do to prepare before that event occurs. So that's coming from the same prompt that she used. So she uses it on the daily basis at the moment for the task. And it happened not only for my secretary, it happened in many, many places in our university because we allow them, this platform allow them to customize specific tasks for the program. Now, we try to have our staff, our unit in our university to have AI agent. We have KPI for program in your university, one BU, one AI agent in 1 year. We start that campaign now. One BU, one AI agent in 1 year. It's happening. It's happening. People now we start training and then we try to automate the tasks of our university tasks to at least have the generative AI involved with the campaign of human in the loop AI agent. We still have human in the loop. We not simply trust fully function generative AI yet, but we encourage human in the loop approach. At the national level, we use the same system. I use the KKU IntelSphere install for the Ministry of Higher Education to do the curriculum inspection by using AI. In Thailand, we have approximately 20,000 curriculum from every university in Thailand. They have to revise the curriculum every 5 years at least. So they have to revise. So it's come out. They have to when they do revision, they have to submit to the Ministry of Higher Education to approve at a certain standard of Thai higher education standard. In the past, we have very long process of doing things. We have 3 experts to assess those specific program. It takes a long time. Last 6 months before the generative AI coming to play a role. Last 6 months before that, we only finished 182 curriculum. It took 6 months of the process. But now, currently, today, 40 curriculum per day. Per day. It's not 6 months, 182. Actually, it's 38 point something program per day that we can finish it now. So with this kind of good practice, we start with a very simple one, and we know that we learned from the beginning that AI is not that clever. So we have to set up a group of people to understand how it works, to do the prompt properly, to do a system instruction before submit the program that coming from the university and do evaluation and get the report out in a single shot. And we can do that now. And it's come out very, very nice, properly, with no bias from different assessor, 3 assessor, with less bias, and it's come out very nicely, very productive. That is the example of the assessment in Thai. Put only a single file of the program as a PDF file in there, and with no prompt at all, because prompt is already set up in the system, and it's come out with the report. After that, we get this report to do verification by human, but it's quick enough. They don't need to type anything. They don't need to do a meeting anymore. Just come to verify and cross-check with something maybe is not relevant, which is less and less. And then we improve those prompts, with that committee, we improve those prompts probably once a month. Then come and have a look, how can we improve this kind of model? That AI skill. So this can be going everywhere in many areas. A few days ago, I and my assistant, Dr. Anusha, is there. We talked to the Teacher Council of Thailand, I guess. If the name in English is right. Teacher Council of Thailand, right? Which is the Kurusapa, we call. They also need to have some kind of accreditation of the program that produce teacher for Thailand at a professional council, professional accreditation. They also have the same problem with Ministry of Higher Education. Now, they will use the same model. I talk to them and recommend them how can we process to get it at the beginning and to get it work properly. In other area, maybe in quality assurance of university now, in my university, quality assurance, we start with generative AI first before getting to the, what is it called, the assessor, accredited assessor to verify it. So things getting quicker with generative AI, but it's always have human in the loop at the moment, please. Must have the human in the loop. Or in the morning, we still see educator in the loop for teaching and learning. For the work, also, we need human in the loop as well. That's all for my talk, actually, for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Denpong. I'm the customer of your board system. I use the AI Intel Sphere very everyone every day. Yeah. And I'm also use the curriculum inspection. Very impressive. Thank you very much. Are there any questions from the floor? Yeah, please.
So you evaluation. So you have a system to evaluate the curriculum, right? That they, different discipline or different domain have different criteria and different competency framework.
Yes.
Are you having those as a parameter, or you are actually automatically detect them?
For the Ministry of Higher Education, we have a national level of for example, it has to align with the OBE,
Okay.
for example. And we also have specific discipline based criteria
Okay.
that also comply with that as well. It can check.
So you have a rating system, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is that the software like open source or open, or so in other words, can I, because I'm also writing one, just for my purpose at the university. I would like to see that.
Right. So, as it's kind of general version of the generative of the AI. I can show you on that.
And also, so is the staff or faculty actually producing the curriculum, and you just evaluate it? Do you have a guide for the faculty to write the curriculum?
Yes, we train them. We have to train them before the curriculum revision or writing the new curriculum. We train them and how to use generative AI, not just to create the whole curriculum, but maybe coming from a split part of the OBE system. How can we talk to stakeholder, which kind of question we should have to stakeholder, or do benchmarking from gathering information from everywhere around the world. That we try to train them to have generative AI to involve in bit of it, not the whole thing, in specific step.
Okay. Yeah. I want to know more.
Yeah, right. So with the, I can share you something.
Well, we can do other time, but I know.
Thank you very much. Maybe
I will come and talk to you.
at the dinner time. Okay. Thank you very much. Please join me to give a thank you. Yeah.